Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online video with me, Sherman. Today guys, I'm going to give you guys a little heads up on what's going to be coming out this week for my channel so you guys can kind of get some ideas flowing and stuff like that. So first off, as you guys can see, Meridius Guardian's back and it's got a completely reformatted design, structure, everything, and it is awesome. I've had so much fun testing this build that I'm going to have to keep it a secret until you guys can see it. So, Meridius Guardian is back. I also have a few other builds coming this week. I have the Paladin. I have the, which both of these are Templars, by the way. The Meridius Guardian and the Paladin are both Templars. They both work in a similar kind of fashion. One's more geared towards stamina, which is Meridius Guardian is geared more towards stamina, where the Paladin is geared towards both Magicka and stamina. And then I have the Tempest Barbarian, which is also coming out this week, which is a kind of a unique build. You have to see it. It's a lot of fun. That's all I can say. I don't think I could have made it better than I did, and it's probably the most funnest build I've ever made, and it's replacing my version of the Tesla tank. I really appreciate all the hard work that Killer Mech put into creating the Tesla tank, but that's his design, and I'm going to leave it for being his baby. So I'm just taking the idea, recreating it with my own structure and design to it, calling it the Tempest Barbarian. It's also based solely on his D&D character in real life, if you guys want to know the truth. He plays a Tempest, he plays a shock barbarian basically in D&D, and I took his character concept and I just crushed it down and put it into this and said, this is it. This is what I want you to, this is how I picture your character being in ESO. So that's really cool. The next thing that I got coming out is an old build. You guys might remember it, might not. It's called the Dervish, and it was a Warden tank build, and I'm going to be redoing it and adjusting it to a newer style thing to work within a more updated version of the Dervish itself. And I put a lot of work and effort into that to create it and to redesign it basically into the format that I'm using today with my characters, where they're kind of universal characters. They can be tanks, healers, and damage dealers. So a lot of fun there. And I've done this with a lot of different character designs or class designs. I've gone through and I've just basically reworked a lot of them into a more well-rounded system. So like Meridius Guardian can be a tank, damage dealer, and a healer. The Paladin can be a tank, a healer, damage dealer. The Dervish can be the same. And the way all of them work is very unique and very different from one another. And I think that's going to be the one thing that kind of separates them and makes them fun for the community to play. And then the last thing I have coming out this week is the Druid. And the Druid got a complete format done to it. It is more focused on being a little bit of everything. Magicka damage dealer, healer, and stamina damage dealer. But you get to choose how it plays. And again, very unique structure. And then of course, next week I do want to mention the next week I do have a build coming out. It's called the Dark Knight build. And basically what it is it's a, like the Black Knight from Legend, you know. It's a Meridius Guardian, but a necromancer, and it doesn't use the same things as Meridius Guardian. It uses things that are kind of counter to Meridius Guardian to give it more unique structure, to allow it to have more flexibility in its play style, but it's very powerful in how it's put together and the way it works. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up on all these things. I do have other builds coming later on. I have a Nightblade build that I'm working on that I actually play on live, and I'm actually gonna change my live character to this, but it's a Nightblade build that can be a tank, a healer, and a damage dealer, and it's it's done in a very unique way. It's a completely light armor setup, and it just works out really well in its design and its structure. I wish I could tell you guys all the different ideas that I have, but there's just so many that I'm working on that it would be mind-boggling to you guys. When I said I was filling in a notebook, I wasn't kidding. I have this little notebook. It actually sits right next to my desk, and I just keep putting new ideas in it. I just keep writing in it new ideas. Like a new design structure. And it's funny because you wouldn't think that they would work really well. And for the person who asked, here you go. Let me make sure I got this right. So, oh wait, I am doing one for you, okay? And it is going to be the Meridia's Guardian. This is going to be one that you can use Sword and Shield and Dual Wield if you want to, when you're in a dungeon or even outside of a dungeon, and it works out really well this way. Or you can even do a two-handed on the back bar because it's designed to work with Sword and Shield and two-handed. That's the way I originally played Meridia's Guardian when I first created her, was to be that way. So, and if you guys don't know, this is basically designed after my main character that I play live. So she's going through an overhaul as we speak. I'm going to be out in the game, mostly working towards getting the gear sets set up for me on live, so I can play this way. I already have the Swarm Mother set for my Meridia's Guardian. I love this set. The nice thing about Meridia's Guardian is it's not your atypical type of build. It can do a little bit of everything. A little bit of crowd control, a little bit of damage, and a little bit of group support to some degree. But it's made to be just a very diverse character in design. So, just very unique. Has a lot of good abilities to it. As you can see, we have Vigor on it. We have our Blazing Shield, of course, is back. We have lots of changes, just lots of changes, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be surprised with it. And I really wish that there was a way that I could do all these characters for you guys and just show you, like, just this. Like, say, this is it. This is the Meridia's Guardian in tank form. And then if you want to play it in a damage dealer, healer, and all that, that I wouldn't have to show you the roles anymore. Eventually, I do plan on getting to that point where I can just show you, like, this is how I set the roles up. I might try something new this week with the rolls too, because I'm going to show you this information tomorrow on the Meridia's Guardian. I'm just going to go through the gear sets and all that. But when I do the rolls, I might just be like, here, this is how you play it in this role. Put all the attributes here, into, like, stamina for playing as stamina DPS. And then when you play damage dealer, same thing, just kind of show you how you can adjust things to be more to the way you want to play. And also, for you guys that are wondering, yes, all these builds will also have a solo playability to them, which is very, very good. It's not fantastically great, but it can be very good. So, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's what I got going on. I've been tinkering around with, like I said, a lot of ideas in the background that a lot of people don't know about. Mostly just putting it down on paper, and then just making it on the PTS, and then testing it out and running around doing some stuff, finding out how well it can work or it can't work, kind of thing. And this one here is really unique. When you play it in a group as a tank, it's really good. When you play it in a group as a DPS, it can be really good for, like, area control support and stuff, which is really nice. And it can even use a two-handed with a bow. It can even use a two-handed with the rest of the staff. And then it can use dual wield with a bow. Or it can even use sword and shield with bow. Or it can use sword and shield and dual wield. Or two-handed. I can't say how much I love this character and its design. Like, when I originally played this character as this, I played it with, like, Plague Doctors and Meridia's Guardian and Meridia's Blessed armor set. And it was fun, but it just felt like it was lacking a lot of stuff. Now I fixed what it was lacking, and I think that it's just a lot more improved and a lot more effective in how it can play. And I hope that you guys see that design and say, wow, that's really cool, I like this, it seems like a lot of fun. So, and I know some of you have been waiting for this. And also remember, please, that all these builds, when I show you like the roll them and damage dealer, doesn't mean that they can be DPS in dungeons. It means that you're just setting them up to be a damage dealer. You know, if you can pull high damage with the build, then yeah, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to put it against you to try it out in a dungeon. Because that's the challenge, is finding a way to overcome the character's design flaws and make them work to your advantage. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. This one is, of course. I want to show you like where with the two-handed and bow, because this is something a lot of people will know from my because I play a thing called the Avenger Tank, and it's a two-handed bow design. And pretty much that's what this is right here. This is the Avenger Tank, in a new format. So I really wanted to stick to that idea of like, how can I put all this in one character and everything. So I might show this one too, the Avenger Tank, because it's a really good. To me, it's a really good setup still, because it still works really well in its design. And I actually changed from using Flawless Dawnbreaker to Dawnbreaker Smiting, because Dawnbreaker Smiting is surprisingly a well put together skill. And yeah, it's just really good overall. So I'm just showing you guys that this does work out to wind up being just like the thing that I said, the Lord Knight. So you guys can see here, anyone who's played the Lord Knight build in the past will know that this is its design is two-handed, rally, blazing shield, this, and then a wrecking blow, and then with the. And this is, you can still solo with this, and you don't have to play it exactly how I have it set up. You can change it to something more to the effect of what you like. You know, if you want to play it more stamina based, you can. That's not too hard. You just go in and you just adjust your stats again. I'm already doing it. See, I'm already showing you guys, like, how can I do all this stuff? And then I'm already doing it because I can't say I just love these characters so much, and their design and their structure and everything like that. See, you do go down to 21k health, but you go to 32k stamina now with this setup, and it works out so much better for solo play. Like, you can still solo with it even with the 21k health, because you got so much more damage output. And it's not insane damage output, like, you know, it's not like it could be. I mean, we're talking like 10k DPS. But if you wanted to, you could even do something like this, and you could boost your DPS even more and grab like biting jabs and throw it right here where Brawler is, and swap that out so you have like this ability that does damage over time, and it procs the Burning Light more often. As you can see, Burning Light will do 5,087 damage with this setup. So when you do this, it just does it can do a lot of damage. And I think I I can probably get it up to a little bit over 12k with it on that boss encounter. But I also don't have I don't have a high penetration value with this setup, so you guys can see I don't. 3,428 is as high as it gets. But if I'm in an organized group, I think I can probably pull like 15k with this particular setup using Blazing Shield and stuff. If I wanted to do something more DPS orientated, I could just go in here and switch out a skill and go like this here, or even get rid of Rally and put Reverse Slice. And then on the back bar, if I wanted to, I could get rid of the Restoring Focus. And go with the bow, and I could put like Draining Shot back here, or I could even go to the Fighters Guild and grab this like that, and then I get that capabilities. And it would be better to use Dawnbreaker, Flawless Dawnbreaker on this, but I love the Dawnbreaker smiting because I love stunning enemies with it. And I still get 2% weapon damage, so I still go up to, I think it's like 3k, 4k weapon damage. Yeah, almost 4k weapon damage, and if I have, whatchamacallit, I'm trying to think of what it's called, Courage, I do go just over 4k weapon damage, so. And 28k damage, you know, depending on how skilled you can get with the rotation. But yeah, you can pull some decent DPS with this, and it's even with two-handed, that's pretty good. You can even run it with dual wield because it's designed to work that way. And like I said, I'm not doing this because I think that I'm a better player than most people or anything like that. This is how I like to play the game. I just like playing the game this way because I have access to a lot of different tools that I can take advantage of with my characters and how they work. And Meridia's Guardian's always been one of those ones where if I want to play it a certain way, I will play it a certain way, and people know that. Like, I won't give up on her. I keep making her the way I want and everything. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing more about this build and its structure and its design, please stick around for tomorrow's video, and you guys can find out a little bit more about it, because it is just so cool, like how flexible and everything this build can be, because it's meant to work a lot of different ways. And I think that I got it almost perfect in its design. So I really like playing it, I really like playing it like this with the bow on the back bar, and where is it? Like Bombard to have an AoE stun kind of thing, and then of course using this so I can give my group some CC stuff, and then also I like to use the Blazing Spear because this way I can give out resources to my allies, and it just works out really good. And then I can still take advantage of the blocking stuff and everything. That's the wrong sword. There we go. And yes, I do use an Oblivion damage on this sword. I always did in the past. And when I would dual wield, the reason why is because Oblivion damage rips right through shields. You don't have to worry about it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on for you guys this week. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. I can't wait to show you guys Meridia's Guardian, the Paladin, the Dervish. I'm really excited to show you the Druid, and I'm super stoked to show you some of the other stuff I have ready for you guys. So hope you guys are ready, because this is going to be one heck of a week. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I just want to kind of give you a heads up. And for anyone who's asking if I'm going to be doing stuff showing you guys like lots of different things, those people that I said I was going to make builds for, I'm actually incorporating your ideas into other builds, so this way you guys can see how they can work with those different play styles if you so choose to play it that way. And that's pretty much it. And that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys liked it. If you do, you know what's coming next. Hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.